85% of people prefer text over email and phone calls because they want to engage in a conversation. All text messaging is not equal. Customers respond to people, not bots. Be more like people and start having conversations that end in conversions. Use Scipio. You're listening to Steal This Idea, the only podcast that was featured on TRL.
You're a thief and a liar.
I only lied about being a thief.
Steal.
Lie.
We're gonna steal the ship.
Commandant, Lord Lieutenant.
An idea that is fully formed, fully understood, that sticks.
Or someone like you to steal.
Ideas are bulletproof.
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Steal This Idea.
Hello again, thieves.
We're back.
We are back. We're back. We're roaring. We're excited. It's Steal This Idea.
Steal This Idea.
The podcast that everyone's been talking about.
Everyone.
We recently ran a competition for those existing listeners and new listeners to share Steal This Idea. So that's still running right now. The winner of this competition can win an Xbox.
Yeah.
Which is exciting.
It is exciting.
That's like a nice gift.
It is a nice gift. It's great. Put it under the tree for your kids.
Yeah, maybe.
Put it in your man cave.
And we're not asking for much. We're saying, hey, sub to the podcast, share us on a couple social medias, follow us on Twitter, send us an idea. Yeah, we have some pretty cool ideas submitted from you guys that probably, maybe not next episode, but the following, we'll kind of read through some of those. But we got a good episode for you thieves.
We got around a good idea, bad idea.
Good idea, bad idea. I've got the idea this week. Yep. We're going to take you down a trip down memory lane, Andre.
Speed round.
And then, and the third act on speed round. But let's just hop right into it.
Love it.
Kick us off with your first good idea or bad idea. We're going to, I think, church this one up a little bit. So instead of just good idea, bad idea, we're going to say good gift, bad gift.
Yes, we are in the holiday season. As you are well aware, Christmas trees are popping up. Lights are going up. Scott put his lights up. I saw that.
It looks pretty good.
On the gram. They look great. I was really impressed.
My neighbor, he got those new, I feel like everyone is like getting those like all year round lights. They're like $4,000, but they just, and you can like change them LEDs on your phone or whatever. But he used to have like nice LEDs before that. And so he was just like, I got to get rid of these. And so he gave them to me. And they're like, each LED is like $150 each. So it's like $100.
Great. Yeah, very nice.
I feel pretty good about it.
So I've got a gift for the dice game lover in your life. So this is Kickstarter. It's called GoDice, and it says your favorite dice games reimagined. And essentially they have an iPad app and then like 6 connected Bluetooth dice.
Interesting.
And it says, what is GoDice? GoDice, the ultimate connected dice, brings the most popular classic dice games to the 21st century with the finest quality design and technology. And essentially, you roll the dice and it sends it to the app and you can play games like, I don't know, Yahtzee,
Farkle, poker.
So I think this is a horrible idea.
So hold on. So the dice are Bluetooth.
Yep.
And the idea here is instead of having like lugging around Yahtzee, you would open up Yahtzee on this app, and instead of just like pushing a button to roll a dice, you actually physically roll a dice, but they communicate.
It connects to the app.
Who needs this?
First of all, are dice games even fun? So it's like, I think I was trying to think like, what would I even potentially use this for? And I could not come up with anything because none of these games are fun enough to spend any amount of money on.
10 games out of the box and more on the way. Smart and connected. I do like the idea of a Bluetooth dice in theory. Like for some reason, me and my brothers were board game creators for a while, and that would have been nice to have for some of our ideas, I think.
Would it have been? Like, I think the closest I could come is like I occasionally used to play D&D. And
nerd alert.
I know. And the math around it could get kind of tedious over time. So I like the idea that I could prop up an iPad and it would just tell you the result of the count. But that's like the most interested I could ever be because, like I said, dice games that just are dice, so the kind that connect with this app, are boring. They're not fun games.
What about this? So, because I think ultimately what's turning me off is it's just on an iPad, and that just seems kind of lame to me.
Yeah.
What if this was a tabletop experience where you're buying like a custom board game table that like has a touch screen.
Yeah.
And you turn you buy the games, but you buy Catan and Monopoly, and then you have these connected dice.
These loaded dice.
These loaded
That's
dice.
a different business entirely.
But then it's like, yeah, you put this thing, it's more expensive, of course.
Yeah.
But it's like more of this experience where you're like sitting around playing Risk. And you still have functional dice, but like everything is just, all of your games are contained inside this one table.
Yeah.
I would be more on board with that. So you still get this physical.
Yeah. Well, there are companies that will make these like custom board game tables.
Yeah.
That I think are growing in popularity, and maybe this is just a component of a greater
That's where I think this
board game setup
makes more sense, because like I just don't. What's the world in which I need this? Like
Very
there's
low.
travel Yahtzee things that are like the size of a cup.
Yeah.
Like this isn't saving me much room.
Travel Yahtzee. Like, who does anybody like Yahtzee that much that they're like, I gotta get my Yahtzee?
Or
in?
just like play Yahtzee on your phone. Like
yes,
like,
exactly.
It's not
like, what's the point of rolling the dice if it's just gonna spit the result to an iPad?
Yeah,
It's just kind of pointless.
I do get that. Like, yeah, there's something visceral about rolling something, but this just seems.
Well, and I've talked about Kickstarter in the past, but $60 is the earliest early bird kit that you can get, and it looks like there's still some available. So if you're interested, hit it up,
$60.
pledge $60, and you get the app with 5 connected dice and 5 games in one charging case. And it says it's going to retail for $100, and I can't imagine paying $100 for
No
this
way.
in my wildest fantasy.
I mean, the goal was 25,000, and they're at 150,000. So maybe
No,
there's more of a demand. here.
I think that there are people that will buy this. I can't imagine paying $60 today to get dice in September 2020. Like, that's just nuts to me.
That is nuts. I'm going to go ahead and say bad gift. Unless
It's not a bad.
$60,
It's not a bad gift.
I could buy a lot of better gifts for $60 than
Fair
this.
For a board game lover, what would you get instead?
I would just get a unique game.
Yeah.
I would get like, hey,
Hit your game shop.
Yeah.
Go talk to the guy that knows about the different games and say, what should I get?
This is what I would get. If you're looking for a game for gamers, like board gamers,
Yeah.
Time Stories
Time Stories?
is the funnest, craziest board game I've ever
I've
played.
never heard of it. Do you have a copy? Could you bring it in one of these days?
Well, so the premise of the game is it's like it's one of those kind of cooperative games. The idea is you are going back in time. So you're like in the future, and you go back in time and you like flip over this like big scenario, but you only have like 30 turns to like get as far as you can. And after 30 turns, you start over, and then you have to like
Oh, I like that.
yeah, so
I
you
like
start
that
over. And
concept.
it's like, okay, don't talk to this guy because he screws you, and make sure you kill this thing. And like, oh, the key, I have half the key here. We got to find the other half the key here. And like, you do it 3 or 4 times. And like, the goal is to try and solve it as quickly as you can.
Yeah.
And then that's a base game for like 5 other basically add-ons to that game. So then all the same pieces, it's just a different scenario. Now
Yeah.
you're going to Egypt and solving this thing, and now you're going to medieval, and it's like now you're going to zombie thing. It's all every add-on is a completely different game.
Yeah.
But it's super fun.
Love it.
But not for the average, like, I like Catan. Like, this is for people who enjoy board games.
Really?
Time
Because the way you described it, almost.
It's,
I got to see it.
there are a lot of mechanics that are in play.
There are,
Where it's
okay.
like, and it's like a 4 hour.
Because
It's
the
like
way you described it, my brain went to like Secret Hitler, which is not a board game at all. It's more of like a kind of cooperative
It's like mafia
story
kinda.
type game. I'm interested. I think if you're listening to this podcast and you're looking for a Christmas gift for me,
Time Stories.
Time Stories.
Yeah, I think you'd get a kick out of it.
I think I would like it.
All right, my first one here, Andre, is I just got this out the other day. Big Blanket Co.
Okay.
So the idea, what drew me to this was this was the number 1 blanket for sumo wrestlers. Is how this was advertised to me. So this is exactly what it sounds like. It's the biggest blanket that you can get. It's 10 by 10, which is just massive. And it's for blanket lovers. I think we're kind of in an age of blankets, weighted blankets, down blankets. You know, people are looking for that next big blanket. I think this is be an interesting. I think you could find a good gift for this. It's a little steep. It's $150 right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, blankets, like a nice blanket, it's gonna cost you around $100. And this,
Totally.
it's like getting 3 blankets in one. I mean, you could fit a whole entire family in this blanket. What do you think about big blanket?
I'm buying it right now.
Yes.
So I've talked about this before on the podcast, but Shopify like checkout if you're looking to start an e-commerce site, maybe you heard something on this podcast and you're like, I should start an e-commerce site. You should do Shopify, because I put my email in and Shopify says, oh, we know who you are. And then it grabs my payment information. It's just nuts.
Smoke.
I just
red,
love it.
Black. What are you gonna?
I'm doing purple. Or I don't know. Yeah, it's purple is the color.
Are you a big University of Washington fan or an LSU fan? Maybe?
Huge LSU. I couldn't even tell you. Louisiana State University.
That you just made my wife proud. She's a huge LSU fan.
Oh my gosh, I'm so proud. Got to remember my address really quick. Yeah, this looks awesome. But first of all, I struggle with blanket size, big time.
It's always just a little bit smaller than you want it.
I've been. I like to nap when I get home these days. That's really soothing for me.
Yeah.
And I've been struggling because I have these like fleece blankets that I love, but they're just barely too short to be comfortable. So, I mean, this sounds like a great like winter gift. I think I might maybe bill it as a gift to my spouse.
But it's really a gift.
But it's really for me. Yeah, it's a squirrel gift, as they say.
Well, hopefully your spouse isn't listening to this.
He doesn't listen to the podcast.
My wife is
No
like
worries.
4 episodes back.
No worries.
Okay. Well, I'm feeling like pretty good about that one.
Yeah, I think so. If we had to poke a hole in it, so I literally, sometimes I get ahead of myself with this whole buy it on the podcast thing. So I didn't even read much of the product description, but it looked great, and I love how big it is.
Yeah. I'm excited to get the product update on this. If it's too big, if it's the material's not right.
How could it be too big? How could a blanket be too big?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't think that's physically possible.
All right. What's the next one you got here?
Hold on. I'm still kind of thinking about this.
You're still basking in.
It's ultra premium stretchy material, moisture wicking. It's huge. Like it looks like a sheet, but it's a blanket.
Moisture wicking? What is that?
I don't know. That's just a term that people use to.
It's one of those might as well just say organic.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
organic.
Great, whatever. Yeah, so I bought one. I will keep the thieves updated on how I like it. I want to do my next idea.
Yes.
So this is the bag net, and this is one of those times where I'd like our female thieves to chime in and tell me how useful they think this would be. But essentially what it is it's a super powerful magnet.
Bag net?
Yeah, that you can clip to anything like a bathroom stall or a table or a countertop or whatever.
Oh, interesting.
And then it gives you like a purse hook, basically.
Yeah.
This seemed like a gift. Basically, that's why I wanted to bring it to the podcast.
I kind of dig this.
It seems like a good idea, but I wonder. I've never really fully understood why you can't just put your purse on the ground.
Well, in the scenario where you're at a restaurant and it's like a regular just chair.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I either have to like loop this on. Some chairs are like not great for it. So it's like, okay, my purse will go on the ground. But even like a baby backpack, that's one that like also kind of gets shafted a little bit.
Yeah.
So to be able to like hook that and just like stick it to the side of the table, it's not touching the ground. Like there's something kind of cool about that.
It seems like a good idea. And it retails for, I think, $30.
Not a bad price point.
So it seems like a good kind of stocking stuffer.
Yeah, maybe my
good gift for the
sister-in-law might
purse holder in your life.
I'm kind of into this. I don't know why I'm into it, but it just seems.
Well, they're kind of cute. It looks like they have some with like little designs on them and stuff. Like you can get one with a flamingo on it or a little bird.
I guess that I'd really want to know just how strong these magnets are.
Yeah, because like the picture on the top of the website it's clipped like to the little wire frame on your chair. It's like I have a hard time thinking that that's gonna hold up a purse. But I mean, if it's a super strong magnet, then why not?
It'll just destroy your phone. But
who cares? Who needs that?
Magnet.
I think good idea.
Yeah, I'm in the good idea camp on that one.
If it works the way that it's built to work on the site, then it's hard to argue.
Yeah, I agree. All right, I got one more here. I'm sure you've seen this before. This is called Tap.
Okay.
This is one of those like wonky, futuristic devices that
I've never seen this. Just say.
So the idea here is that this is like. How would I even describe this? You put it on. You put it on almost like you put a glove, but it's really just going around just past your knuckles.
What do they call that?
Oh, like brass knuckles.
Yeah, that weapon.
It's like putting on brass knuckles.
Yeah,
but it's more like a meshy material, And the idea here is that as you move your fingers, these are all air gestures. So you can text and control inputs for Bluetooth devices and use air gestures with your hands. So in a world where there's, I'm certain, some compatible apps, but you kind of you snap your fingers or you kind of flick and you can change the song. I have a hard time seeing anybody wear this in the right environment. I could see this being super awesome. Like in the right job where you like can't have your phone out, but you want to be able to like kind of do things, or you're like, for whatever reason, you're restricted where you can't just like be on your phone. Having this thing as like I don't know. There's something compelling about it.
There's something compelling about it.
It looks ugly as sin.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think it looks that bad for what it is, for what it's built to do. I think it's definitely in a similar category to BackNet, where it's like, if it works as build,
totally
interested. But does it work as it's built to work? I think so. One of the things is type on any surface, and I can't imagine being like, I'm gonna.
No way.
Why would I just not use my keyboard? And also, like, this is not a natural way to type at all. Like banging your fist against the table.
What if you open up your phone and you need to write a long text message, and you're like, "Hey, this is Scott." Like you're almost like writing an email on your phone.
Then that could be cool.
Or like a tablet or something. You
Yeah.
can, like use your thumbs.
That would be really cool.
It's $140. I wish we had a few more Patreon supporters so that we could try this out, because I'm very intrigued by this. Maybe one day we'll come back and do
I'm in the hole on a $140 blanket in this podcast, so I got to definitely think about it. I think
maybe I'll send him
it's romantic to me.
Yeah.
To think that I'm sitting on the couch and like I'm just swiping through Netflix.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
There's something really interesting about it.
Yeah.
I have a hard time thinking that this works.
I kind of just don't think it works, or that it doesn't connect to as many things as you would hope, or it's not compatible. Like, I just think there would be more problems than,
because it's almost like a mouse. Like you're just like, anyway. So yeah, maybe one day I'll send him an email and say, hey, we featured you on Steal This Idea, the infamous and widely popular and trending podcast. Send us a review copy,
and they'll be like, okay, free. Yeah.
They'll be like, yeah, cool, free shipping.
This is our fantasy.
So that's Tap. Let's do one more, and then we can move into my big idea.
Yeah. So click the hammock, Soothe Hammock.
Soothe Hammock.
So what the header image is a woman laying on the floor, and she has her head in a little hammock for just her skull.
This is like is like one of those neck things.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen this.
And I've been kind of fascinated by it.
Yeah, I think we are probably not alone in that we don't have the best posture in the world.
Yeah.
Especially people, white collar workers hunched over at their laptops all day. I am sure that this is like good for your neck.
You think?
Here's the thing.
I kind of like sitting on the floor or laying on the floor. It feels good for my back.
I lay on the floor a lot when I get home and play with my kids. I just like lay on my back.
Yeah.
Here's my problem. One, I don't know where I would hang this thing up.
That's the part I'm having a hard time with too, is I don't know. Like, they need to present more options on the site for where you would hang it.
Like, here's where normal people put this. It's like,
I don't know where I could use it.
This looks, I saw a version of this a while ago that seemed to be more just like a single piece of cloth you lay on. This one has pads and stuff. It
looks nice.
It seems like they've come a bit further in the version of this, which I like. It's only $30. Do you think you could make this? Do you think you could like replicate this?
I think I could make it, but do I want to make it? No.
I mean, you might end up just breaking your
exactly,
neck.
Which I really don't. Some people look like they have it on like a door.
It's one of these things where, so we have one of those like shiatsu foot massagers.
Yeah.
And it's like just big enough where it's like kind of, where do you put this thing?
Yeah.
And you kind of have to like lug it around, and it doesn't look good just to leave it out. So you have to like move it in and out. And at that point, it's like you forget about it, or and this feels like it would be in that realm of like, I don't want to leave this out, so I have to put it somewhere. And then I have to remember to go put it out.
No, this needs to go in a closet, or people are going to think like you've got something weird.
Or if I have like a workout gym in my house or some area, a yoga area, sure, that fits great there. But if you don't have that, I just have a hard time. On the main picture, it looks like they're in their kitchen. Like that looks like the bottom of a refrigerator. I'm not so sure.
No, it's almost a no for me.
Yeah,
I'm investigating.
With the right pitch, because I believe that it works, but yeah, I think it's the actual pragmatic fit of it. That's the part I'm struggling with, which is interesting, right? Like we know that this is probably good and valuable, but like the actual application in the home just doesn't resonate.
No,
because the price point's fine, and the actual thing seems to. Why does this person have a night mask on? This also is confusing.
I just bought one. I'm not trying to overplay Andre always buys things on the podcast, because it doesn't need to be like a special circumstance for me to do it. But shipping was free. PayPal checkout, $30. Like I said, I really like laying on the floor.
Yeah.
I think the thought of saving my neck in the process is attractive to me. And I looked through a couple of the Instagram pictures, and it looks like you can hang it on like a door. I would say on a door handle. I would say for the person in your life good gift, bad gift, $30, free shipping.
I think good gift.
Good stocking stuffer kind of item.
Yeah.
And for somebody that maybe has like neck pain or would benefit from something like this, it's kind of an interesting idea to try if you have neck pain.
Totally. I think that's ultimately, I like it more than I don't like it. Yeah, for whatever reason, I'm just like, I feel like I would buy it and then use it 3 times and then forget about it.
I feel like I could put it. I have a good spot for it. I feel like I could see myself coming home from work. I have like a lot of tension in my shoulders when I get home from work.
Yeah. Maybe like a nice little, I'm going to lay down on this thing for
I'm
5 minutes.
and I'm not going to take a nap, but
recalibrate.
I'm going to sit there and look at my phone.
Put my big blanket on.
Yep. And just sit for.
We got to get a picture of that. You with your big blanket laying on this neck thing.
Or if both are crap, then me throwing both of them in a dumpster and burning them.
I think the big blanket has a 30-day customer satisfaction guarantee. So
I've never returned anything in my entire life, so I don't think that's going to happen.
Awesome. Well, I think this is a pretty good session.
I bought 2 things,
yeah,
so I don't feel too bad about it. So I will. Here's where we're at. I think I'm going to get both of these in time for me to come back to the podcast, say good gift, bad gift, and tell thieves definitively, should you buy this?
Get it now.
In time for Christmas.
Just in time for Christmas.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, Andre. Before you click into this link here, before you go through,
okay.
It's fine.
No, I'm blocking it with my screen. Before I click it.
Well, I'm going to tell you a little story here, so you can read it. It won't give too much away.
Okay.
So let me walk you through a little story of old young Scott.
Okay.
So this
going there in my brain. It's the 80s.
It's
the early 90s.
Early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
Early 2000s. So me and my best friend Danny Dover. Nice. Danny Dover is a big nerd.
Motorola Razors are everywhere.
It's before the Razors even.
Before the Razors.
It's flip phones, it's Nokia 6600s.
Yep.
I don't have one. I didn't get a cell phone until high school.
Yep.
So me and my best friend Danny Dover, he's the nerd of the group. So he's got DSL internet, which at the time was like fast and awesome.
Yeah.
And he knows how to do some HTML coding. And
he's got a MySpace profile.
He's like an early adopter of stuff. Like he gets it.
Yeah.
And I don't, but I'm like an idea guy.
Yeah.
And so at the time we were working on like, what if we made MySpace was like becoming more popular. Like, what if we made something like MySpace, but it was a local version? And so it was like, I could see people around me, and like connect with my friends we lived on the east side. So, and so we anyway, so we were like coming up with this like early Facebook before Facebook, and like we could have a wall and people could like write stuff, like literally, like people could write stuff on your wall and your page. Like,
are you trying to say that Mark Zuckerberg?
What I'm saying is that we ultimately it didn't pan out, and there's a funnier story from his side of it, but like it's just like we reminisce on that time of like, man, we like did a couple things. We were like way kind of ahead of the curve on some stuff. Had we just stuck through, like maybe we could have made something cool.
And it just happens that in our friend group, there were these like Winklevoss
twins. Anyway.
They weren't really part of it, but they were there.
They moved to Massachusetts. That would have been pretty funny. So
no, that would have been really, really sad for you.
During this time, I came up with my first big idea.
Yeah.
And this is an idea that I was so stoked on, and I told everybody about. And not that long ago, somebody who knew me from when I was young was like, "Hey, did you ever make that idea that you were so
No
stoked on
way.
in junior high?" And it's like, "No, but wow, I can't believe you remember that."
Yeah.
I must have been pretty hyped on this. So imagine yourself. This is a pain point that everyone in junior high and high school has experienced, and everyone through their young single adult life, and even now.
Yeah.
We all struggle looking for fun things to do. We are bored on the weekends and on nights like, what should we do?
Yeah.
When you really make a list of all the fun things to do, it almost always, especially when you're younger, it's like,
Yeah.
I want to go bowling. Let's go to a movie.
It's about 5 items.
5 items. All of them are like 15 to $20.
Yeah.
If somebody's cheap or poor, it's like, sorry, we can't do that. And so you end up doing the same. You just drive to the local grocery store and like
A lot of driving, going to McDonald's, parking lots.
a lot of parking lots.
Walmart trips, and then hanging at your cool friend's house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Video games, all that kind of stuff, right? So really the problem is there's lots of factors when it comes to coming up with stuff to do. How many people are there? How if you have cars, how far you're willing to drive, money, things like that. So this idea is called Blender. The idea is this is just a simple app. It could be a website as well. You open up Blender and you put in your parameters. You say, all right, there's 4 of us. We're broke. We got no money, or between us, we have about $20. We have a car and we don't really want to drive an hour away. We really want to kind of stick within our city limits or whatever. So 5 miles. And this is about how much time, it's Friday night. So, 5 hours or however long you have to do whatever. And what Blender does is previous to the launch of the app, you have made a huge database that basically is just a seek list of all these different variables of like stuff you can do given these parameters. Now, some of them are going to be actual events of like, hey, there's a concert, there's a free concert here, you can do this. But some of them are also going to be just like, hey, this is a fun group activity that people are doing. There's this petting zoo at this gas station that a lot of people don't know about, and you can go there and it's $2 to enter. And like you should go and pet this zonkey, which is a zebra donkey. This is a real thing in Utah. There's a gas station.
No, I've heard of the gas station petting zoo. I didn't know they had a zonkey.
They have a zonkey there.
That's nuts.
Yeah. So and it's like if you don't know about it, you don't know about it, right?
Yeah.
So this goes to the problems here. So the 3 main problems are: 1, we just don't know what to do. We get stuck in our heads. We don't have a good grasp of what to do. 2, any good ideas that do exist are walled off within people's own networks. Unless you know the guy or somebody's like, hey, we did this really great thing. It's like you just don't know any other good ideas. And then finally, all existing tools to help with finding stuff to do are horrible. They suck. And most of them are like events in Salt Lake City. And it's like some local crappy comedians in town. And it's just like, it's like Eventbrite. It's like crappy event type stuff. It's just like not exactly what you're looking for. Like what you want is somebody to say like, I know exactly what 4 17-year-olds will want to be doing, and this is what this is something they would have fun doing. Yeah. Going to Costco and getting samples because there's twice as many on Saturday, and you can get in by doing this, and like you can get hot dogs which are $1.50, right? Like so it's this like really fun curated thing.
Yeah.
And so the idea here is that if you like it, you hit blend, you get some results, and you're like, oh, that doesn't sound fun. You hit blend again, you get a new result, and like you can keep doing until you find something you like. So half of it is curated by the Blender team, and then the other half is curated by the users. They say, hey, we did this thing. Here are the parameters, and it just goes into the database. And then like you can thumbs up it or star it or whatever, and those things kind of get resuggested. Blender.
Good idea.
It's not bad, right?
A very, very good idea. I can see why people are following up with you about if this exists yet or not. So I think here's my romantic vision of using Blender with my friends.
Yeah.
Is we're all sitting at my house and there's 5 of us.
Yep.
And we're all on Blender and we all because your preferences are going to vary night to night. But it's like, okay, you create a new group on Blender. You invite your 5 friends that are sitting with you. Maybe it knows who's like by you or whatever. And everybody puts in their preferences and Blender, takes the lowest budget and the highest willingness to drive and like can kind of figure out what's going to work.
There's ranges that'll work. Who's flexible, who's like strict on this.
Exactly. So it's like, okay, we have a $20 budget tolerance and we're willing to drive up to 30 miles and we're interested in these types of activities.
Yeah.
And then, so what I experience a lot when we're trying to make plans is just like non-committal people.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what if we went to City Creek? What if we went to the mall? And it's like, oh, well, I kind of need new shoes, but I don't really, you get people that just kind of like mumble through it. And it's like, okay, that idea just kind of dies because of non-committal.
Yeah, and maybe there's not enough legs and not
Yeah.
enough like, oh, but you could do this and this and this.
Yeah.
Fun.
And it's just like people just kind of like, it's the same
direction.
thing when you're trying to figure out where to go for dinner. It's just like,
I don't know.
You want to make a decision, but there's just people who just are like hemming and hawing and not making anything.
Totally.
So it's like we hit blend and it, on your screen pops up like the idea. And it's
Yeah.
like, we should go to this comedy show. And then it's like, in order to move on, you have to have like either
yays and nays,
right? And it's like maybe you get mixed and it's like, okay, maybe pass, but everybody has to like say yay or nay, right? There's no like, we get a blend, everybody looks at it and then we just hit blend again. It's like, no, you have to say like, I'm in for this or I'm out for this. And I think that alone is a huge value add. It's just like getting your friends
to commit,
sit, and everybody's looking at their phone and they see the idea and they see how much it costs and they have a picture and a location and all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, I would do that tonight, or no, I wouldn't do that tonight. And then we can't get another blended idea until everybody's voted on the previous idea.
Totally.
And that is like, I'm in for that alone, right? And then there's all these other features. I think the monetization model is so obvious, which is like, if I'm a concert that's coming to town, I'm going to pay to be on Blender.
To be the first thing
be the first thing that gets up, right? And it's not a big deal. And, it says an ad in the corner or whatever.
Sponsored.
And if you don't like it, then you just blend right on through.
Sponsored by Twilight Concert Series or whatever.
Exactly. And we're trying to get people out there. And we're going to come, if it meets your preferences, then we're going to suggest it, right? Yeah. Plus like an ad and all these different ideas or promoted businesses.
Totally.
And then, businesses have an incentive to come to your platform because they want to get blended in. Right.
Well, and imagine you're Costa Vida and you're saying like, hey, if you come and do this, you can create this idea that can cater to this wide. If 4 of you come in and you all get an entree, we'll give everyone free drinks and everyone sombreros, and we'll give everyone chips and queso. And it's like, oh,
great, let's go to Costa Vida.
Let's go to Costa Vida.
Yeah,
like we get queso and sombreros, and we just gotta buy something.
You can do like fun ideas. The same. I mean, Yelp does something different. Like sometimes you'll get like a Yelp coupon where it'll say like free entree or whatever, and you can do similar things to that. Like so, businesses are already kind of adjusted to this concept of doing special offers through the app and things like that.
But you think that like making it like a thing? Like,
I agree. Yeah, where it's like if we see a blend of 4 people at this price range, then we're going to do this kind of offer.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's great. And it's just a good idea. I'm surprised that like there's been, I think I can recall a couple of apps that have kind of almost gotten legs in this category of like event, getting your friends together. And I can't think of what any of them are called because none of them got legs.
There's another story. This is another podcast, but I made an app that was around getting your friends together and like couldn't get it off the ground, and like lots of people have tried and failed. It's like this weird thing.
Yeah.
So I think what's great about this is that there's lots of different ways you can do it, but like you don't, even if it was just that one person had it and like there was some like texting mechanism or like not everybody need the app, like there are ways you can do this
without needing to get huge millions of people.
And you don't need this network effect of like everyone's got to be on it for it to work. It's like no.
Yeah.
There's a huge database of stuff. It's regional, so like I would have to cultivate the Utah, Salt Lake County, Utah County one, but that's fine. Like that's one intern just looking for fun ideas, right?
Yeah.
The other side of this too is that like it doesn't even have to be like, let's say I put $0 and zero. I don't want to leave anywhere. It's like great, play Mafia with your friends or Secret Hitler. Here are the instructions. Here's how to play it.
Yeah.
And the winner, has to, the loser has to do this. And it's like,
or even not to like always drive back to the revenue model, but even in a low tech environment where you're just trying to test this idea, you could put an app ad, right? Like everybody get this app and play this game.
Sure.
Something like that.
Totally. Everyone download Yahtzee with friends.
Yep.
And play some rounds.
And play that. And it's like, great. Now we're getting money even from the people that say they don't want to spend any money.
Right.
Because they're clicking the ad and downloading the app.
And because you're putting this like direction, like we're just aimless. We just need direction as people these days. Like we just do this, and this is fun. And this is why it's fun. And lots of people who did this had lots of fun. And like, if you're seeing that, like, oh, people love this. This has been upvoted or thumbs up to start or whatever. Like,
it's a good idea.
Blender.
It's a good idea. So because what we do on this podcast is we poke holes in ideas. The obvious hole is that so many I think I couldn't name one, and I don't know why, but so many apps have tried to do this like friend planning thing,
Yes.
and have not succeeded.
You have to nail that.
And I'm curious why. And I think like you could probably find some stories why those things just don't take off. To me, it feels like if it just got legs here in Salt Lake, then
Yep.
that's enough to start seeing something.
So I think that's one part of it. A lot of these start out as big nationwide things, and it's like, well, I don't.
No, just do here. Just do Salt Lake and Utah County.
If your customer experience was you download Blender right now and it was like us right now, and you put two people, $20 each, we go 10 miles or whatever, and you hit blend and it came up with something like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know, like for example, now is the perfect time in the Christmas season. There are like the Tree of Life and Draper.
stuff going on everywhere.
It's like most people don't even know about that. It's like this huge lit up tree. It's free. Like you can go there and it's like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Like, anyway, like you can have a really delightful experience for everybody on the first time usage, especially because it's regionalized.
Good idea. And I like the name Blender. I like the idea of hitting blend. And then like a little animation happens and then it spits out an idea.
Love it.
It's a good idea.
That was the OG idea.
The
from old
OG
Scotty Boy
junior
here.
high idea.
Somebody should steal that, please, because that is an app.
If it existed,
I would download it. I would
yes,
use it.
I would help you
100%.
create content. Like we will
Totally.
we're on board to help you.
And you could. There are people. They're those guys. It's the Yelp guys. It's like, I'm that guy who I'm coming up with fun. Oh, do this. Go to feed the ducks at this place. They're always there. You know.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
What would be interesting is if you could create a model that incentivized users to add content,
Yeah.
like Blender coins.
So, Blender
and
coins
then,
or like a
I don't
mayor,
know.
almost like a Foursquare type thing.
Yeah.
I think having some sort of that's what you do. You have some sort of if you are submitting lots of ideas and they're being thumbs up and like people are using them, then you get some sort of reputation, and then with that reputation, you get cheaper deals on some of these events.
You get some people that are willing to throw a coupon at your influencers.
Yeah.
That are putting content in
they're
the
getting
system all
they're
the
getting
time.
they're getting free meals at Costa Vida.
They're hitting the bulletin board and they're like taking pictures and getting stuff. you know,
Totally.
like that's what you want.
All right, Andre, it's time to end this episode with a little bit of speed round. Now we both
Love a speed round.
love a speed round, especially
Yeah.
a holiday themed speed round.
Exactly.
So this is what we're gonna do. I have a couple speed rounds that are more like this or that holiday themed, and I believe you have a couple speed rounds that are more like topical
Topics that I wanted to discuss.
So maybe let's alternate here, and we'll kind of just give our 2 cents on these things.
Yeah.
So you kick us off.
Fine. So I think I've always been really fascinated with like the hot toy culture.
Yes.
So like a couple years ago, there was like Hatchimals, and it's like if you could get your hands on a Hatchimal, then you could resell it to crazy parents.
Tickle Me Elmo was the one.
Tickle Me Elmo is one, and basically every year there's some hot toy that flies off the shelves, and there's not enough supply of it, and then you go on like Facebook Marketplace, and people are selling them for crazy prices. And then people are like screaming at each other in the comments.
Horn can pierce the sky.
I'm curious, Scott, and maybe you don't know this. Maybe you're not a toy family, but is there a toy this year that you predict to fall into the category of like, this is the toy that people are freaking out about?
I don't know. I feel like I remember last year there were these like egg things.
Hatchimals.
Well, it wasn't that though. It was like it was like a Wonder Ball almost. Like it had like stuff in it. And
These are really hot. It's like OMG. Is like their brand, and it's like you pop it open.
It's like a different toy every time.
Yeah, and people are like, which is scary for her culture. Like people are.
It's like gambling early on.
Exactly.
Maybe like a Frozen 2 figurine set. I mean, Frozen is a pretty popular franchise.
Yeah, I'm gonna if I had to guess based on you saying that, I think it's gonna be one of those surprise things. Like the biggest, craziest ball that's full of the biggest, craziest stuff is going to be the thing that people are freaking out about.
I was at Costco yesterday, and I made a very impulsive parent toy buying.
No way.
Yeah.
I don't see you as being that type.
I know.
Just be like, oh, Jack's got to have this.
Well, so this is what happened. So last Christmas, I'm walking through Costco, and I see these Avengers action figures, and there's like 10 of them. And it's like Iron Man and Captain America and Thor and Black Panther. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And it was $50. And they're like tall. They're like, like a foot tall, maybe 8 inches tall figurines. And I was like, oh, those would be super cool. Those are cool toys.
Yeah.
For $50, it's like $5 a toy. It's like a good deal. And I didn't get it. And they were gone the next time. This is a year ago.
Okay.
And it just like cankered at me. I was like, I should have got those toys, man. And they're never going to come back because that's how Costco is. They're just gone forever.
Yeah.
And then yesterday,
You saw them.
well, no, actually, this is what happens.
You gasped.
So 6 months ago, I saw them again, but they were like, you know, the new Avengers where they're all in like their Avengers,
Yeah.
like the Endgame outfits.
Yeah.
Trash. I hate that outfit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want all of them wearing the same outfit. I want Captain America in his Captain
his
garb.
Captain America
I
thing.
want this guy in this thing, right? And so when I saw it 6 months ago, I was like, dang it. Like,
Now it's my opportunity's over.
it's opportunity's over. But yesterday, sure enough, they're back.
Yeah.
They're the ones I wanted, and they're
Love
$50,
it.
and I bought them.
Love
And I, even though Jack is 2.5, I don't think he'll really love them. But like, I'm stoked about. Like, I will probably enjoy them more than he.
You can teach him to love them.
But anyway, that was my.
All right, so some Avengers toys. I think these like OMG Pop toys are going to be big.
Yeah.
I'll keep you updated. Like I said, I love to troll these like Facebook Marketplace groups and just read the comments. Like I just love people that are yelling at each other.
That's ridiculous.
That's a ridiculous price. Or
Totally.
love it.
All right, I got to speed on for you here. Real tree or artificial tree for Christmas?
Artificial tree, 1,000,000,000%. So I think I mentioned this on a previous podcast, which is that I buy an artificial tree every year.
Right.
I destroy it, taking it down, and then I do the same thing again. Right now, I have an artificial tree in my hall closet that
Might make it through the year.
no, that I'll just get a new one. Because my
Do you get like just a basic white lit, or do you get the color one that
yeah,
blinks?
it's always pre-lit, of course. Basic white lit.
Basic white
Yep.
lit. You're not going for the
Yep.
blinky.
And then we get a bunch of ornaments, and then my cats destroy 15 of them, and then we do it again. And that's just our holiday cycle. Do you get a real tree?
Well, so here's the
you
thing.
like go to a farm and pick a
Growing
tree
up,
and-
we used to get a real tree because it was important to my mom, and it was like still like $50-$60. It's like ridiculous. It's such a racket. And then
they are trees. Like I don't know that it's a total racket.
well, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
So my buddy, him and his family, they're like kind of rancher types.
Yeah.
Him and his family go and you get a permit for $15. You can cut down trees. So he goes and he goes up in the mountains and he cuts down
And he
trees.
just finds a tree.
He just finds a cut
That's
tree that he likes
awesome.
to buy.
That's awesome.
And so I was like, hey, could you just bring me one too? And he's like, sure, $15. Great. So I give him $50. He brings me a tree. And so the last 3 years, that's what he's done. It's been great.
Now me and that friend have had a falling out.
Now, well, no. So now, Joy's like, I don't know. Like last year was like kind of at the last minute, like a week before Christmas,
Yeah.
you know. And we're like, well, we kind of like Jack is at the age where he's like, Christmas lights, he's loving it. And so it's like we're kind of
He wants one up now.
yeah, I kind of want one up now. So we're kind of like, is this the year we
Go
go artificial? Like it's seeming like that's where we're going.
So if you go live, I've never had a live tree. Growing up, we had an artificial tree. So do you
Water it.
You can't have it. Like, could you go get an artificial tree now and just keep it till Christmas?
Oh yeah.
But it would be. So why don't you do that? Just get a live tree, but get it now instead of the week before Christmas.
Yeah, we could do that. I don't know. At that point,
Yeah.
it's like it's already up. It's like it's
I kind of think artificial trees are probably going to go out of vogue. If I was in if I was in the live tree business, I would divest because you got to think like the green movement.
and it's like, why are you cutting down?
Why are you cutting down trees for 1 month?
They're overpopulated, aren't they?
I don't think they are. I think it could only be better to have more trees in the world. So I wouldn't be
It's kind of an
surprised,
interesting thing that like they don't seem to get a whole lot of flack despite.
despite clearly being artificially or damaging. Like I would guess that we see live trees go away in our lifetimes,
I could see that. You're right.
and I would not invest in live trees.
Fair enough. Do you have another good idea, bad idea?
Yeah,
speed run?
I feel like we've kind of talked about movie remakes in every speed round, but I wondered if you had a Christmas movie.
Yes, easy one.
Okay,
Freaking Polar Express. My kid is obsessed with it.
it's the best movie
It's
ever.
the weirdest movie
We
ever.
can't remake an amazing movie.
It's so weird.
So
I
what
cannot stress
scene-
how weird
No,
it is.
I've seen Polar Express approximately 180 times.
Okay.
What is the
Let me
weird
walk
part
you through how the
Because I have a couple scenes that strike me as like, why are they like that? But
Okay,
I'm
so
curious what you have to say.
one, the animation style is like it's a little rubbery.
it's dated now.
It's dated now.
Yeah.
But up until so like you know I like the he gets on the train, I like it, and really up until the ticket flies away and goes down the goes the bird digests it and it rolls to it. You know, that at that point it kind of starts to take a turn. Specifically like going up on the roof and the hobo on the roof.
The hobo on the roof scene is kind of
it's weird. It's unnecessary. It's not in the
It's
book.
kinda scary.
It's kind of scary. It's like, what is this for? What allegory is this teaching me? Like, it's not very clear. So that's confusing. And then the whole Santa stuff is also like kind of unnerving. Like the elves are, I think, a really strange design.
Yeah.
And the Aerosmith bit at the end, like Aerosmith elf, is very jarring. I don't know. I just like the movie. I think would be so much better if it was half the runtime.
Oh my gosh, you're breaking my heart because I really think Polar Express is an excellent movie.
I like the book a lot, and I like aspects of it.
I think it's a weird movie, but I like that it's kind of offbeat.
It is very offbeat.
So what gets me about that movie is whenever I watch this, because I guess if Jack's watching it a lot, you'll see this. But
Oh, he loves the
whenever the
music.
kids like run, there's the running animation in that movie. I don't know who was in charge of it, but they run like crazy people. It's very strange.
Yeah.
Watch for this. That's the only thing that strikes me as weird. I don't look at the hobo as being out of place in the movie at all.
Well, it's like also like kind
I
of
think it's a great movie.
It's also like kind of a musical and kind of not. Like,
Yeah, I do. At that, I've thought about it a lot, which is that the front end of that movie is loaded with songs. Like there's like 4 songs. There's the Hot Chocolate song, and there's like all these songs at the beginning.
aboard.
And then after like 40 minutes, there's like not another song.
yeah, until the Aerosmith song at the end,
is
which is really weird.
Yeah, I have thought about that a lot, which is that it feels like a musical, and then all of a sudden they like gave up on it being a musical.
I will say, we'll get into this later. In the Christmas music canon, I will give respect to Josh Groban for having a contemporary song that I would say qualifies as Christmas canon.
Yes. Yes. Josh Groban is
He's a talented guy.
born to sing Christmas music.
He really was.
Yeah.
So I will. It's a good score for the movie as well as like a good song for the credits. But I would love a remake of Polar Express personally.
No. Veto.
What's your
I wonder.
Charlie Brown Christmas? What is it?
No, but I wondered. So I'm not pitching this as an idea, but I'm curious what you would think. Is those like kind of weird 80s 90s claymation?
Yeah, oh yeah.
There's like 9 of them.
Yeah.
All kind
Rudolph
of
Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah, and then like so that's like the most normal one, but then there's a bunch of like the Origin of Santa Claus
Totally.
ones.
They all kind of blend together, and you're like, "What is this?"
Yeah, you're not really sure which one
And
you're
some
watching.
of them also get kind of dark. You're like, "What? I don't remember this."
They're all kind of weird, but
Misfit
they're
toys and
cool.
Yeah, totally.
But I don't know if they're in that like so classic that they could never be touched again, or if we could remake them, pretty them up a little, or if they're just fine the way
Maybe
they
like
are.
you see Kubo and the
Yeah,
3 strings.
yeah.
Like that style. I'd be,
Just updated claymation.
yeah, I'd be down for like a new
then,
claymation.
like with new audio, because the audio on those is kind of rough now, and then just like it would be smoother and cleaner.
have you seen Noelle that on Disney Plus?
No,
It's actually like a pretty cute,
Really?
like good Christmas movie. Like better than I thought it was gonna be.
yeah,
And they have a couple concepts in there where like the North Pole is like kind of a normal place.
Yeah.
There's like stores and like
yeah.
anyway, like there's a couple concepts I think you could glean.
It feels like we kind of need that because it feels like a good Christmas movie. All the good Christmas movies are from like the early 2000s, late 90s.
Yeah.
It's weird that we haven't been able to have a good classic.
Christmas
in a
stuff is
while.
weird because all the music is stuck in the 60s and
Yeah.
like there's like a 30-year period in there. It's like, that's okay. This is all the Christmas movie. We're never adding any up until.
What do you think they listened to at Christmas before?
I don't know.
It's weird.
Like Mariah Carey snuck in somehow and then
Yeah.
Josh Groban barely made it in.
Justin Bieber has some.
Hey, Justin Bieber has some decent
Some hits.
But yeah, it's like to get in that, it's like an very
Yeah.
exclusive.
No,
club.
it's-
and then Christmas movie. I think it's the same. You have a
Yeah.
big chunk here and then a bunch in the 90s and 2000s. And it's like we're not adding. I mean, Elf.
Done.
I guess
we're done with Christmas. Like
Yeah.
we're just
Elf
okay.
is probably the last one where it's like that's
Yeah.
like the most contemporary, good new Christmas movie. Everything
Yeah.
else just like been in.
So how do we fix that? I don't know.
I do think that Noelle, I think might
okay.
might make the
I'll
cut.
watch it and I'll let you know.
Yeah, let me know what you think.
Yeah.
I think we wrap it up, Andre.
All right.
This has been a good episode. Andre bought 2 things.
Yep.
Scott had a great idea.
Yeah.
We discussed some Christmas stuff. What else do you want in an episode?
This is a great Christmas episode.
Great Christmas episode. It's not even December yet.
Yeah, but we got to give people time to act on our ideas.
Me and Joy were talking about this, how Christmas used to be, what is it, 12th night?
12 days of Christmas.
Well, no, what is it? Like English tradition, Christmas goes from Christmas to, I think it's 12th night, which is 12 days after, so into January.
Oh.
So that's how it used to be. It was like
Yeah.
you have Christmas and then it extends forward.
Yeah.
And we've like totally flipped it around. Christmas is starting earlier and earlier.
Yes.
Like people start Christmas middle of November.
Yeah.
And then
well,
like,
I mean, really,
and December 26th, they're like, throw that tree out. Like we're
to
done.
be named, but like I had a friend this year who put up the Christmas tree. Like, I swear it was on Halloween. Like it may have
Oh,
been the
man.
day of Halloween.
Disgusting. That's what that is. I'm a big like Thanksgiving.
Day after Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving
That's
weekend
been-
that's
yes.
the time where you pull out your Christmas stuff, you put the tree up, you
Yes.
start slowly. Like that's
It makes sense. It makes sense.
you're with family.
Yes.
That's when you are in that. Anyway, we're in agreement there. Give us the socials and let's sign off here, Andre.
So follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Go Steal This Idea. Send us an email. Still got a sticker on offer. You can enter our Xbox One competition. Idea at GoStealThisIdea.com. Support us on Patreon. Go Steal This Idea. I got to recoup the cost of almost $200 that I spent on this podcast. Support us on Patreon. We really appreciate it. I think that does it, right?
I think that's it. We love it. We love you, Thebes. We appreciate you listening. Share us to your friends. Let us know about that great new podcast you discovered called Still This Idea. And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Use Scipio, the #1 engagement tool for sales teams that want more responses, appointments, and conversations. Message your leads and customers where they are on their phone. I'm not talking about phone calls. We're talking about true one-to-one texting. Use the code STEAL at Scipio.com for 2 free licenses. Use the code STEAL at Scipio.com for 2 free licenses. See you later, Thieves.